Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NuWhoZone Night Terrors. So, as you can see, I am here. Unfortunately, Cheryl's not feeling well. It's her birthday today, and she's actually in bed because she's not feeling great, which is sad. And the fact we can't really do anything in this country right now. Which is another thing. But yes, she's in bed. She's not well. She's a bit unwell. So that's a bit of a bummer. But she did say go ahead and stream. Again, I just want to say thank you because I know it's her birthday. But as I said, she is in bed. So my TV is not working, but I have managed to get the episode on my phone. So I'm going to be watching it on my phone, which is going to be a unique experience because I remember when we originally did the watch-alongs, way back when we started this, I was watching somebody in the early days when we were doing Doctor Who watch-alongs. We weren't doing them as often as we do now. I was watching these episodes on my phone, and it didn't normally work out. But the phone that I have is actually a decent phone. The Samsung phone that I have is a decent phone. So hopefully, I got it on that site yet. Real Super Doctor works on mobile phones, so that's a good thing. Right, I've already sent out one email. Sorry, I'm a bit behind because I went to the shop, wanted to get something nice for Cheryl for her birthday, and then she tells me she's not well, so she's in bed at the moment. But yeah, another year older. So I'm sending out the emails there. I don't know who's actually joining us tonight. So I'll just send out the emails to the usual suspects. See who pops on. But I'm actually pissed now. I've no TV, which means now, obviously, I'll be able to watch all me stuff the watch-alongs that we're doing at the moment on my phone. But that's not convenient, you know. So I'll have to think of something, because as I said, I gave the TV a bit of a bang last night. I gave it a smack. That's the way I should have put it, actually, because people have dirty minds out there. Gave it a bit of a smack, and it came on. It came on for a while, and then I was playing Mario. I said, I'll play a bit of Mario while I get the chance before it knocks off. Literally, man. Literally. I get to level 4 and the thing just went again. So TV is out of action, and I have to see if I can get a free TV or something, because we can't even afford a new TV right now. That's how bad things are. And as I said, you know, only for we're ahead in our rent because, you know, Cheryl's very shrewd with money. We're ahead in our rent for a few weeks anyway. It'll be a few weeks later now when everything starts getting even more difficult. Was even trying to get a camera, but that's being put on the back burner now. That won't be happening anytime soon. So for anybody that's been saying why haven't you on camera, well, I won't be on camera for a good while now until I get sorted, folks. So yeah, as I said, you know, there's a lot of people in financial difficulty. Myself and Cheryl are in the same boat. and it's getting worse with each week. So, and you know, got a letter in the door now. So we know TV now. They're looking for the money for a TV for the TV license now. And we just can't. We just don't have the money. We just don't have it. It's everybody is going through the same situation, but we're really in dire straits here at the moment. So yeah, as I said, that's why I've been kind of streaming nearly every day of the week now. Try get the revenue up a little bit to try help us pay a few bills, but even that YouTube is screwing us around. They've taken a higher percentage now because of the new rules that came in. They wanted us to fill out a tax crap. They're taking over. I think they're taking 23% and then whatever the tax rate is in your country. So I'm not making anything. Not making anything at all, to be honest. Supposed to be getting paid monthly by YouTube. Sure, we're lucky if we get paid every 3 months off them, because you have to get to a certain threshold before they pay out. And we're not reaching that threshold. And I don't know what else to do, because I keep streaming and it's not making a difference. It's very depressing. Do you know that? I have to say. By the way, before we start the stream, I want to start off and send my condolences to Sarah Harding's family. Sarah Harding was a member of the girl group, Girls Aloud. She's only a couple of years younger than me. She wasn't even 40 yet. 39 years of age, died of breast cancer this morning. Very sad. I remember when she won her place on Girls Aloud. It was Pop Idol, the bands, I think it was. And yeah, she's a lovely woman. And, you know, unfortunately, breast cancer took her away. It's I don't know. This world is absolutely screwed, mate. It's absolutely screwed. 39. No, that's young. 39 years of age, like. Very sad, very sad. So I have sent emails to everybody. If you're joining me, so I've sent emails out to Charlotte, PD, Real Super Doctor, and Lee are here already. So yeah, I know with breast cancer is bad, PD. It is. It's absolutely fucking bad. I have that. Yeah. Oh, you're putting the link in the private chat for anybody that doesn't have the episode. Well done, Real Super Doctor. Thank you for that. Right. So, as I said, welcome everybody. Like, share, and subscribe. And please do me a favor. If you could make that little bit extra effort to share me streams, I would really appreciate it. It does help, believe it or not. Any Doctor Who group you're in on Facebook as well, if you could post the video, if you're allowed, obviously, post the stream there as well. It all helps. So, yeah, thank you for that. Dave says he's got his DVD ready. I see Stephanie is in the chat there. Welcome, Stephanie. Yeah, your husband's been sending me links. I just wanted to ask, are they streams that he's doing on his own channel? Because I keep missing out. I do see the link in, but it does be hours before I do see it. I was just wondering what they are. Is it a live stream that he does be doing? Because I'll be more than happy to go on and have a little bit of a chat on whatever you are discussing on your channel. Just let me know, because I keep getting a link and I keep missing whatever you are doing. So yeah, just let me know what that's all about, and yeah, we'll sort something out anyway. So as I said, don't forget to like that stream. Right, so let's bring on our guests. Let's try, because I like this episode, so let's get into a happy mode. I just wanted to mention Sarah Harding for the simple fact of the matter is that I kind of like I'm near the same age, right? So I kind of I grew up with Girls Aloud, right? And whether you like girl bands or not, they were highly successful. And I always liked Sarah out of the Girls Aloud. I always thought Cheryl Cole was a bit of a stuck up cow. But Sarah, Nicola, and Kimberly always came across as the nice people. I don't like Nadine Coyle either. She's got a bit of an ego, that one. To be honest, she lied about her age and got kicked off a pop show, and then they put her in Girls Aloud. She was in a show called Pop Stars. I think it was the Irish version, and she lied about her age on the application form. And there was a whole thing where she was exposed and all, and she was kicked out. But then Louis, when they were doing the UK version, he brought her over to try to get her into this band, and she ended up being in the band. But yeah, I am a bit of a fan of Girls Aloud. I'm not gonna lie. So it was sad to hear that she passed away, and I wouldn't even mind though. I watched it on break on Sky News on Twitter, right? And the bleeding reporter that they had bleeding announcing her death was an idiot. Like she couldn't even speak properly when she was doing the report. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Right, I'm gonna stop ranting anyway. Hopefully my phone doesn't clap out on me using this bleeding site. But I'm pretty sure it won't. But let's bring on our guests, and we're going to start off as we always start off. No problem, Stephanie. The next time I'm around, I'll definitely hop on anyway. Just tell him when you see him that I'm sorry I didn't make the last couple of, because he has been sending me the link, and I just wanted to mention it. We've lost a lot of good people this year. We actually have. I don't know, celebrities get a bit of stick. But some of these celebrities and look, it's always sad when someone dies. I'm not going to lie. It is sad, right? No matter what you think of celebrity, it is sad. But you're right. We've lost an awful lot of good people. Not just celebrities, but also, families have lost loved ones as well. I never thought, do you remember back in 2019, we were all complaining, saying, we all said it, well, if everybody thinks 2019 is bad, wait until 2020 comes along. I tell you, I'd rather be back in 2019, because 2019 wasn't as bad as we actually thought. If you compare it to the last couple of years that we've had, it's absolutely. I don't know how everybody has survived this. To be quite honest with you, some countries are still in full lockdown and all. How their mental health is holding up, I don't know. But look. Let's leave it at that because we're here for Night Terrors. Love this episode, and I know some of my guests love this episode. But we're going to start off with royalty, as we always do on this channel, and as we say, because we're gentlemen on this channel. We get accused of being misogynistic pigs and all of this other rubbish. But I'm a gentleman, and I always believe ladies should come first. So, without further ado, I present Queen Charlotte.
Oh, come on, you know me by now. You know I'm not a lady.
You are. Compared to the rest of the women out there today, you are a lady. You are. Trust me. I tell you something, I wouldn't want to be dating nowadays, dating women today, because I tell you, no offense, but they're back crazy. I keep seeing videos.
No, trust me. Sometimes I see the people of my gender and I'm like, I
know it's got. I tell you, man, I'm glad I'm married and locked down, because I wouldn't. No, I'd stay single for the rest of my life if I had the
next defend show. Everybody, no. Let's be fair.
What?
You defend half the women that.
Oh yeah, well yeah. Apparently I am enough. Yeah. It takes a special woman to marry me, I suppose, and Cheryl is that special woman. So happy birthday, love.
Happy birthday, Cheryl.
But yeah. But listen, thank you everybody on Twitter, and she will see it, by the way. That's why I put the happy birthday post up on Twitter. So if anybody says, "Oh, well, Cheryl's not into it," she will see it though, and she has seen some of the posts that some of you have left up, which is our music videos. Lee put a happy birthday up, and I think it was the Thing King who put up a video of dogs wishing Cheryl a happy birthday as well, which she loved as well. So thank you all for the birthday wishes. You have cheered her up, even though she is a bit unwell. You have cheered her up. She liked seeing that. So I want to thank you all for that. Right, let's bring on our second queen. Yeah, because we got two queens on this channel. But this queen is far more, this queen likes to be fashionably late, but he's actually early today. It's the one and only Problem Big.
Hey, happy birthday to Cheryl.
Yeah,
happy birthday. Happy
How are you anyway?
Yeah, I'm all right. Very sad to hear the news about Sarah Harding.
No, it is actually sad. And you know, I don't normally get all up with celebrities passing away. But you know what? We lost Christopher Plummer a few years. He fell down the fucking stairs, and that pissed me off to go out like that. But I mean, we are losing good people. These are good people.
And so young, it's far too young. And I would just urge people, like everyone should know by now, check your bits and bobs. Gals, grab your tits, give them a good feel. Blokes, get your balls out, have a good old grope. If you find a lump, go to your doctor. Don't be afraid.
Exactly.
Get it dealt with quickly, so at least you've got a better chance. That's how
I second that. Ronan Keaton is very big on that. His mother died of cancer as well. I think he has the Mary.
Yeah, I've seen people die of cancer. I've seen someone die almost in front of my eyes. I mean, I arrived there too late.
Yeah, my nanny died of cancer.
It's horrible.
She went horribly. Actually, she was screaming as she was dying. Apparently, because she was in so much pain. My ma was there with her for her last moments. Which for my ma has always said that she was glad she was actually there because she went away on holiday. My nanny did. She went to Vegas and she bent down to pick up a fork, and she doubled up in pain. She collapsed on the ground. They brought her to hospital, and then that's when they found out then that she was ridden with. So she was obviously hiding it. She had to have been. See, the older generation don't really. They don't like. I don't know what it is, but they don't like going to the doctor.
They're a bit more. They're a bit more private. I think that's the best way to put it.
That's the best way to put it. Yeah. So she must have known. That's the sad thing. But she wanted to come home to Ireland, so they arranged the plane to bring her home. She went home. She refused to go to the hospital. Eventually, they were able to convince her. But her thing was, if I go to the hospital, I know I'm not going to come out. And that's exactly what happened. And she passed away. And I remember the phone call. I was actually in work when my mum rang me up to tell me that she passed away. I was devastated because I was living with me nanny and all for a while when things weren't going too great at home. So, yeah, I mean, she let me live in our house and stuff. And after she passed away, then I was living in the house. It was sad. I tell you, it's horrible. It's horrible. But look, I don't want to bring everybody down on a downer. Let's we've said what we need to say anyway. But Lee is right. Check your bits and bobs. Don't be afraid. And if you find anything, don't be afraid to go to the doctor. Go to your doctor. Could save your life. Yep. Let's bring on our next guest. He's real, but apparently he's a super doctor. I've never actually asked him why he calls himself Real Super Doctor. Why do you call yourself Real Super Doctor?
Well, it was because I used the name Super John, by Super Ted, and I just made that up. And I used the real because the real doctors from William Hartnell to Peter Capaldi.
By the way, I have been given some Doctor Who information. I'm gonna say I forgot to send a fucking email and ask if I'm all right, if it's all right to release it. If so, I'll have some news at the end of this stream. That when I seen it, I was like, "Are you for real?" So if this is actually happening, I think a lot of fans are going to be happy. Oh,
I love how nowadays, whenever you say that, like my head has two thoughts. It's, oh God, what have they destroyed now?
oh
Or the
no! I can tell you right without giving that away. I can tell you that this piece of information, the information that I've received, will please a lot of fans.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's
Well,
two thoughts.
it'll please fans on our side. It's certainly not going to please the fans on the other side, and that's all I'll say. We'll leave it for now. If I'm able to discuss it, I will. What I'll do is I will, after the watch along, after we do our reviews, then I will talk about it if I'm allowed. But it is some positive information. So yeah, so hang on to your horses, and hopefully I'll be able to let you know. I hate this when I'm about to stray. See, I always check. Do you know what? I should check my emails when I get up, but I never do because I'm lazy. And I always check my emails before I go on stream, and that's the wrong thing to do because because if I can see something there, I'll be bursting to tell everybody. But then if I get an email back, oh no, you can't say that, and then I'm fucking disappointed. But look, it is positive. It is positive. That's all I'll say. But let's bring on our next guest. We'll keep rolling. We've got the one and only PD Rich.
Howdy ho! Yes, I've been waiting.
The company man. Yeah, I should say your full name. PD Rich, company man. Where did you get that one from?
It's from Aliens, isn't it? The company. The company.
Oh, right.
Because I used to have the Wayland Utani logo when I first started for you back in the time.
Okay, I get it now.
Yeah. That's why if you turn your head to the left, you actually see what my logo is. It's actually the Wayland Utani logo.
Oh, it is. It
turn your head
is. It's
to the left.
Yeah. Oh,
we're a bit cut off. Yeah. I had to remake my logo because Disney was going crazy. Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry to hear about Sarah Harding. I mean, I've been through cancer myself. It's no fun. But seriously, I'm going to add to what Proppy said earlier. Get yourself checked. The doctors do not mind you wasting their time if it's just a cyst. They will say better safe than sorry. So just go and get yourself checked and check yourself regularly.
Yeah.
Alan, happy birthday, Cheryl.
Yeah, as I said, she's in bed, barking there now, and I just had to hear her closing the window, so she's she's awake now. But she said go ahead and stream because obviously she's not up to doing that today. But I did go out to the shop, get her little cakes and stuff like that because we couldn't do that and extravagant and stuff like that. So I went out and bought all her favorite stuff that she likes and got a card, as you do.
Oh, and your TV sounds like there's a loose Molex cable in it.
I don't know what it is.
It's probably a loose Molex or something inside. I mean, I'm covered in dust at the moment. Well, I'm not anymore, but I was covered in dust earlier because I was inside my PC cleaning all the 5 years worth of dust and grime out of it.
See, that's what I'm thinking of doing with the TV, but because I'm not very good at electronics, I'm afraid I'll fuck it up completely.
Just don't touch the motherboards. Make sure you put it on something soft, like a tablecloth or a blanket. Open up the back. Be careful when you're opening up because one bit might be attached to another bit. Take it out. Just take the vacuum cleaner to the inside and check all the little connection cables. Make sure
they're still connected. Yeah. If I put something loose, I think it's the part where the screen comes on. So there's a little connection there. That might be actually loose. So I might need to squeeze it back in. But I might have to.
It just might be something as stupid as just pushing one of them little Bolex cables or connectors back in, and it will start working again.
I think it is because the sound goes
and make sure you put the casing back on before you power it back up, just in case.
I'm not going to listen. Trust me, you're not going to fucking electrocute yourself. I'm not that.
Sorry, that's just IT 101 I've just given you.
Oh no, you're grand. You're grand. I am that bit of a tick. I probably would electrocute myself.
It's a shame I don't live down the road for you. I'd come down and open it up and see what the problem was.
Yeah. I wish I had someone around like that actually. That's good at electronics around here, but I don't. So I'll just have to. But look, as I said, my phone is the Samsung phone that I have is actually working perfect and has the site, and I've got the episode actually ready to go as well, which is good. So what we'll do is we'll go along with the watch along, and if I'm allowed release that news after we do the reviews. Then we will talk about what I've been given, and
Okay.
it will please. It's going to please a lot of people, I know, but it's not going to please the other side. I know that for a fact.
Oh, shame.
Yeah, but who gives who gives a crap about that?
Like I said, I've got like 43% battery, so I'm here for as long as I can be.
Right.
Okay, yeah. That's a Willy Wonka, oh dear. Oh dear.
Right, so everybody can please press 1 in the chat if you're ready. I'm pretty sure all the panelists are ready to go, as they say.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And we'll get into this episode. I have to say, as I told you, I like this episode.
It's very Doctor Who-y.
It
Yeah.
is. Well, I'm a huge fan of this. I think the start of it is very good. The old lady gets sucked into the bag of rubbish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really sinister, like, but it's brilliant because the Doctor again in this episode he's a few steps ahead and stuff like now. Will the screen rotate? There we go. That's brilliant. The screen rotates and all. Lovely. Right, have I got full volume? I do. Right, we got loads of ones.
Yeah, so do you want me to count
Ready
down?
to start?
So we let the Queen Charlotte, go ahead.
Yep, so 5,
Yep.
4,
Mhm,
3,
mhm,
2,
mhm.
1, go.
Panasonic.
Sony.
Tony.
Oh, we're not having that for another
No,
stream.
we won't do it again now.
With Bulls Trent when we need him.
Panasonic.
I
You're going to
spent
be picking
half
out
of
the
it-
Sony and the Panasonic TVs, aren't you?
No, I was chatting with Joker yesterday, and he went,
Yeah.
"You said about 5 sentences in the classic watch along," and I said, "Yeah, because
No.
they were talking about tech, and I
Yeah.
can't comment when."
I know, as I said yesterday, I do apologise for that, but we don't get Bolstrick on too often.
Oh no, we love him. I was laughing about it with him.
So we all
with
had
Joker.
a bit of a laugh and a joke. But as Lee rightly pointed out, we have done the Macro Terror 4 times. So
Yeah. Yeah, you've got 3 other watch-alongs to pick from if you didn't
So
like
we
that
will
one.
be doing the Macro Terror for another few years anyway.
5 years, bury it for 5 years, mate. And when I got sent a link to it, I picked the wrong one out. That with the telly snaps. I'm like, this isn't very good. This isn't very good.
It has to be 5
I was
times.
so intrigued by Bolstreck's conversation. It was just, it didn't really matter.
Oh, I haven't got.
Oh, so that's why everybody was actually sending commiserations to Mega Geek. I was wondering why everybody was saying sorry for your loss, and I was why are they saying sorry for his loss?
It's not.
So yeah, now I get it. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I put it in a private chat because it was a bit sensitive.
I didn't know you were friends with her.
Yeah, he had it. He was in Rebecca Gold.
Damn.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
What a shame, man. And our mother's beautiful message. That was heartbreaking, man.
Yeah. Because all the what do you might call it? All the publicity people were going after Ian to get him to take the Rebecca Gold down because she was ill, and it was ridiculous. So he's been through the wars as well. But you might want to talk about
they
yourself.
don't get rid of, but that's stupid because they don't get rid of when Leia died. They did, you know what I mean? They didn't ask the demand Lucasfilm to remove Star Wars.
I know, exactly.
But they probably just wanted to attack him for a reason, and that was just the easiest thing to go at.
Because he's on our side of the aisle, not there.
I wouldn't be surprised. I
Yeah.
really would not be surprised if he.
Yeah.
I
As I
love
said,
this game show
You
now.
might want to speak to Ian about it.
Woo. I'm loving this team.
I prefer the season 7 part 2 version.
But seriously though, this has grown on me every week. I have to say, I still don't like that DW though. I still hate that.
Yeah.
See, I think this theme song was clever because obviously Moffat knew he couldn't do the Russell theme again.
Yeah.
And it's different enough, but it still has that sense of adventure about it. That sort of defined the Russell theme.
I never liked the Russell.
I love the season 4 version.
I like the music, but I didn't like the Doctor Who. I didn't like that kind of.
I thought it was a bit too cold at first. Yeah.
Not diamond shape, but like whatever you call that shape.
You see, I was annoyed by the title sequence because the TARDIS was kind of blurry, just flying down the tunnel.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was just pure CGI.
Everybody knows an old lady like this.
Yeah.
I didn't like the logo.
No.
Yeah, I wasn't very keen on the sort of fanfare because the fanfare on this version just goes on too long. It's just like it's not necessary.
Yeah, but I almost saw it as like because I remember I really felt at the time like with Matt sort of having such a youthful appearance, they were almost trying to have that feel of youth in the show. Because obviously I know Tennant wasn't an old Doctor, but it really felt like to me with Matt they were almost a lot of the things surrounding the era was playing into the fact they had a young actor.
Right, I just received an email back, and that's pissed me off now. I'm not allowed to say aren't you? Damn.
Oh, bugger.
Bugger me, man.
Yeah.
Well, just you will at some point.
I know I'll be allowed at some point, but I like to get it. I like to get it out as quick as possible. For the simple reason is just in case there's any other people out there that might have the same info. I like to be the first one to kind of put it out there.
Why is it embargoed for now?
No explanation, unfortunately.
Probably too sensitive.
Yeah, if it's to do with the changes that we all know they're probably going through right now with the show,
massive.
It's probably too sensitive.
There's probably a civil war going on there at the moment.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I swear there's one going on at Disney as well.
Just checking up on Community.
TikTok in the background for this one.
TikTok close the clock.
This is when it started.
The Doctor.
Yeah. That's when it all started.
Yep.
This episode's TikTok.
By the way, me little clipped video has over 1,200 views.
Awesome.
Wow.
Put to us Bowls Trek last night, we're still getting the clicks and the views. We used to.
You could be anyone.
I'd love to know like the casting call for that that character. Was it literally just a batty old woman? Do you think?
Yeah. But
She's quite famous, actually.
This Doctor actually doing house calls is fucking funny.
It does remind you of the Powell estate a wee bit.
Yeah.
Well, I like it that they don't reference that though. It's sort of there visually, so fans will pick it up. But I think it almost is better that the Doctor didn't look and have because I've got a feeling maybe if this was a Russell story, he probably would have had the Doctor look and been like, "Oh, this feels familiar," and it would have just felt a bit tripe.
Yeah. How much I miss this era now.
Yeah. It just feels like Matt Smith's era is just a continuation of what was with Russell T Davies.
Yeah.
I mean, it never kind of made a dramatic change.
Yeah. It was like rebadged Davis, wasn't it, really?
Yeah.
There's a bit more fantasy and a bit more,
I would say with Russell, obviously Amy's family does get brought up, but they're nowhere near as much of a presence as Rose's was.
No, that's what I kind of liked.
I think he wanted to have that break almost from Russell's thing of having the family be so prominent.
Yeah. That's what I didn't like about Series 8 with Peter Capaldi's first series. It was like it was just too much of her and Danny.
Oh yeah, but that was
you're trying to be Rose again. Yeah,
I'm being honest. I know Peter Capaldi's era is very uneven.
Yeah,
I think Series 8 gets too much stick.
There's some good episodes in it, but there's also a lot of kind of Clara-based episodes.
Series 9 as well. There's some great.
I like Series 9. Yeah.
some great episodes. I think you got the balance right there. See,
Yeah, I think the balance was just completely off for Series 8.
yeah, I do agree. Series 8, the balance was a bit off, but I
Yeah.
did like that kind of that Doctor. I did like that version.
Oh, I loved Capaldi's midlife crisis in Series 9. It was brilliant. That was just absolutely just one of a kind. Comes in riding on a tank with sunglasses, playing a guitar.
No, I just really think Clara was such an obstacle, including like for fan. Like, I'll be part of that group with the fan base. You just everything Clara. I just hated it.
Yeah. By the way, everyone, this is what the original fan base used to be like back in that time. We just used to debate with each other where we liked
That's
it.
it. That's it. It was nobody slagging each other off, calling people sexist or even if you didn't agree with each other, it used to be like, all right, we'll agree to disagree, and that was it. That was it.
We weren't beating it. We weren't pelting each other outside the pubs or screaming istophobia. Everyone, it's not that at all. We were just debating it. I mean, people like Season 8. Yeah, it's your favourite bit now, isn't it? Yeah.
It's actually 10 years old, this episode.
Wow.
It was broadcast on the, I think it was the 5th of September
That is so old school.
2011.
Yeah.
It's so much creepier than anything that exists now.
Yeah. This whole episode is so old school Doctor Who.
It is, and remember the God complex is in this season as well.
Yeah,
so that's next, isn't it? Let's have a quick.
So is it Thingy's one?
Oh no, it's the girl who waited.
Yeah,
that's it.
Girl who waited, which I like.
That's got some like horror elements to it.
That's a good episode. Girl Who Waited.
So if you think about it, we've almost had like this is definitely horror. You've got Girl Who Waited, who, like I said, if you remember bits of that plot, like the whole sort of death and the sort of what happens to Amy, that's quite like horrific. Then you've got God Complex. You've almost got 3 episodes on the trot with like dark to / horror themes, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah, it's that era. It's that kind of time. We've got some very kind of classic-y Doctor Who. I mean, I think it's just the middle of this season, right? Kind of series that kind of fell apart and that kind of weird ending.
See the river. The river. Yeah. Take that out of this season. I think it's not a bad season, actually.
Yeah. It all started all right with River, though, and then just went a bit funny in the middle. I was never a big fan of the Christmas special at the end of it, Doctor, the Widow, and the Wardrobe. I thought it was all right.
No, I didn't like that one myself.
No, it's
I know we go back to the Adjazani system, but that's about it with Bill Bailey.
Yeah, but that's when Doctor Who, I felt like they were just going, right, what celebrity can we put in the Christmas special?
Yeah. Oh, Bill Bailey will do.
Because
they did that with Smile, didn't they?
Well, yeah, but I'm thinking for like the Christmas specials, like because I know we had Catherine Tate, but she actually was a fully round character, and she did. And also even Kylie Minogue, that was a bit of a celebrity.
Yeah, she was a temporary companion.
So those didn't feel so much like they just bung a celebrity in, whereas it felt like from this point it was like a requirement almost.
Yeah. They did the same with Ralph Little in Smile as well. He just bunged him in. He was like there for 2 minutes. As the leader of the
Doctors in EastEnders land.
See, when I saw Ralph Little in the TARDIS console, and I thought they were going to be teasing him for the 13th Doctor.
Yeah.
Oh, he wouldn't be a bad Doctor.
And he was just in Smile, yeah.
He actually wouldn't be a bad Doctor now you've said that.
Yeah.
It was. I don't know if the photograph's still online, but it was at the TARDIS console, and they were teasing it. And it was just, I think it was after Peter Capaldi announced he was leaving. And I thought, if they're going for him as the Doctor, that's a good,
yeah.
It's a safe bet.
Yeah.
Well, especially as now, I know you guys don't watch, but I watch Death in Paradise, and he's actually quite good in Death.
Yeah.
I like the lead character in it. So yeah, I think he could be a Doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was just when he was on Series 10, that photo was. He was looking around the TARDIS set, and someone took a photo of him, fit in with the console.
Yeah.
So I think he was in the one of the whatchamacallit, the documentaries for that series, one of the specials. Let's
Or was
talk
he
about
like,
his time.
yeah, like confidential or something?
Yeah, what they call it now. Like, they kept changing it. They got rid of confidential and changed it to something else. I can't remember what it is.
I don't remember it ever changing its name. But then, to be fair, I watched it like religiously during Russell's run, and then I think I did drop off during
Yeah.
Russell's run because it's like they made it harder to find to watch it.
I stopped watching it when I think they got, what was it, Matt Bowden doing it? It's like, oh, that guy's voice just grates on me. I think that was a series 8 confidential. It's like, let's just get a Doctor Who fan to do it, to do the voiceover to this. They'll know what they're doing, and it's just voice just grates.
No, you need somebody with an actually good voice.
Yeah, they replaced him with Matt Edmonton for a while. It was actually really good because Matt Edmonton's got a good professional voice. And they just moved Matt Bowden onto directing the One show.
By the way, I've noticed as well, right? Prime, because we've got Prime as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, we can't watch, but Prime seems to be pushing us to watch Cinderella all the time.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Cinderella.
I'm sorry, right? Listen, Prime, I'm not going to watch your shitty Cinderella. All right? Right? The fairy godmother is a bloody bloke. It's supposed to be a woman. And I'm sorry, like, if that offends people. The fairy godmother is a woman.
Did you hear the music? The singing. The singing was so shrill. It was ear bleeding.
Yeah.
Yeah, people have been clipping some of the songs on Twitter. It's bleeding ridiculous, man.
But
also, Rick and Morty, another promo with.
Oh, he eats a pickle, yeah.
Yeah,
Did you see it? Pickle Rick, yeah.
Yeah.
He did another
Eats a
promo.
pickle. Yeah, it was replaced with Doctor Who Extra, Charlotte.
Oh, is that what they called it, right?
Yeah, it came Doctor Who Extra, went from confidential to extra, and it got shortened down a bit.
Maybe that's why I stopped watching it then.
Yeah. Changed it in 2014.
See what that kid is very good at acting absolutely petrified, isn't he?
I
Just
agree.
the eyes, it's like massively bugged eyes.
Tick tock, I love that. Tick tock.
Did Gatus write this one?
Oh, I just realised something. There's not a Doctor Who, a Doctor Who Confidential or a Doctor Who Extra for series 11, 12, and 13.
Yeah, because that would
It's not
require
a cupboard,
them
it's
to
a
do-
wardrobe.
Yeah.
No. Look, like PD, imagine having like Chris having to do like little.
I found this scene ridiculous. Amy's got an oversized pot pan, and it's like a garden can light thing, and Rory's got a torch, something sensible.
Yeah.
Well,
Rory
yeah,
probably
but
had a torch, but it was
it's
miniaturized.
Amy. She doesn't really
but they're in
think
a dollhouse.
through.
Yeah, they're in a dollhouse, mate.
They're in a dollhouse. They've been put into the dollhouse. So obviously they're going to pick up whatever's in the dollhouse.
Yeah. But Charlotte, I could just imagine it. Boris Johnson.
We're not doing this anymore.
And it's sort of rabbiting on about something that's not to do with the episode. Completely not doing anything.
Imagine them having to say, right, Chris, tell us in like 5 minutes what this week's episode's about. Because we have to bung it in the confidential episode.
Yeah. Just imagine it. And starts looking shrill and just talking about something really random.
Actually, I forgot. Wasn't there a prequel to this episode and we forgot to watch it, I
Might
think?
have been.
I used to have little robots like those back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a couple
on
when I was a
TV
kid.
screens and
I know, but just look at Matt. This is like, I adore Matt Stock when he's around kids. I just think he's such like a...
This bloke was a prick.
Yeah. I wonder if he's like as an actor, or is he like really lovey?
Who?
This guy's a great actor. He's a really nice, funny. He's a funny guy. Him.
I'm talking about the hard man. I'm talking about the hard guy with the dog.
I've been in a few things with him, and he's such a nice guy. He's really, really funny as well. Just cracks you up.
Oh yeah, he's good. Yeah.
No, he's great.
Well, you
Lovely
can
guy.
tell like he's a decent bloke because I couldn't tell you a thing about his personal life.
Yeah, that's it. Keeps himself to himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nowadays, if an actor's like private, for me, that's almost like a sign that I'm going to like them because they're not broadcasting every bit of their life.
Yeah. I do feel like if an actor or person starts putting themselves, Daniel Mays is talking about. I was talking about Andrew Tierner.
I think Stephen Moffat said in that you don't know if they're going to be using the toy sonic screwdriver or the actual prop.
Yeah.
That's going to double up for the actual prop.
Well, didn't they have to make like a load of spares because Matt kept breaking them?
Yeah, they were kind of fragile.
I'm
Yeah,
sure in an
literally.
interview, Matt said, "Yeah, I probably had more spares made than anybody else because I kept breaking it."
Yeah, he kept cracking the resin tip off, didn't he?
Because he's like we've all said, Matt's doctor is clumsy. It's just the way he is. So I can picture him breaking a lot of things.
Yeah. I think Freema broke David's at the end of series 2. Sorry, series 3 and had to be fixed.
Hello, Chris Berger.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
4 inches.
Yeah. I think that's why Nick Robato made the thing mostly of metal for Matt.
Yeah,
I think
he's got,
David's
like,
got his actual sonic screwdriver from the series.
yeah, has
He
been
actually took it away with him.
Nick was making replicas at the time, so he might have got a replica, but I think he did actually, didn't he? He was actually given it.
Yeah.
David was given a replica from Nick,
I was
and I
gonna
think
say,
Matt might have one of his originals.
yeah, because you know when the watch-alongs were happening and like Matt obviously isn't on Twitter, but he used somebody else's Twitter, didn't he, for it?
Yeah.
And he posted. I'm sure there's a picture, and he had like a Sonic in a box, so you could tell it was like a presentation sort of Sonic for when he left.
Yeah, and a fez.
Yeah, and he posted the pictures when it was one of his episodes was part of the watch-alongs.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris. He says hello, Lee, and Super Doctor and PD. Welcome.
Hey, buddy.
Hey.
Yeah, because Nick has a habit of making a special version or a perfect reproduction and giving it to them because it's all in a better condition.
Yeah, and it's like I said, you can tell it was like it was a nice one, couldn't you? From the picture, it wasn't just one he'd nicked from the set secretly or anything.
Yeah, he'd always make them one. Yeah.
Oh, I wonder if Capaldi got given one then.
I wonder if he got his new one.
Yeah, which one? I'm trying to think. Which one do you think Capaldi might?
He would have got his newer one.
Must have gotten his newer one, yeah.
Yeah, because his old one was technically one of Matt's old ones. They're modified. Had the button removed.
You're not from social services.
Yeah.
It's taking you this long to realise.
Got the jammy dodgers.
Yeah.
Don't forget True Lies tomorrow night, folks. True Lies tomorrow night. It's the NuWhoZone.
Have you figured out what you want to do with the Titanic yet? No.
Not yet, because I've been just.
Do the Rick and Morty episode.
You've got Rick and Morty on Tuesday as well, yeah.
Well, there's a Titanic Rick and Morty episode.
We will do a Titanic thing again. Just leave it with me. It'll be a couple of weeks anyway, but we're definitely going to do. I might do SOS.
Yeah.
Or you can do Titanic.
Yeah, I've seen that as well, actually.
Titanic. That's what I read. Yeah.
If you,
the rabbi would
reverse Titanic backwards,
yeah.
you can it.
Yeah. That's Rabbi's favorite Titanic. He was on today. I was like, what are you doing on?
I want to say something. So, Middlesbrough footballer has been charged with aggravated misconduct by the FA for a tweet he wrote when he was 14 years of age.
Oh, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Like, what people do in their past, just leave it in their past. They're going to have to change the laws, so, it's like, 5 years or something.
Gotten ridiculous now. Just absolutely
If someone's
insane.
done anything more than 5 years ago, then what the statute thing is expired.
Like, I'm not
limitations.
if it was a bad tweet, but 12 years of age, That was like he was in 2012. He was 14. Sorry. So in 2012, he wrote this tweet up, and he's being punished for it now.
They just think they're above the law because the politicians are. Well, technically, some of the politicians are on their side, but when it gets taken to court, they're the first ones to get sued out of existence.
The doctor. Tick tock goes the clock, even for the doctor.
Yeah, he's a great comedy actor, isn't he?
I think it's more than that though, because I think Matt was the sort of the talking fast thing. Obviously, Ten could do it, but I think Matt was better at the talking fast thing.
Yeah.
Like it with Matt, it comes off almost natural that he can just rhyme off like a machine gun, almost. Whereas with the other doctors, it didn't quite have the same effect. I don't think.
Yeah. He is. Yeah, he's very good at it. Kind of slapstick. It's very well slapstick as well.
The way this happens to him is quite freaky.
Yeah.
It's almost like something out of like a Freddy movie, isn't it?
Yeah, very
like
Nightmare
on Elm Street almost.
I think he's been drinking too much.
It's got a bad acid trip.
The runners that he has on, I had a pair of them.
Also, I love how realistic it's the fact that the dog's just lies there, just not even trying to help its master.
Yeah.
It's a typical British bulldog.
Yeah, he's just typical, like, okay, I might get my food in a bit then, we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cardi, he really was. He was a fast-talking doctor, and he was very good at physical stuff.
Yeah. We lost Super Doctor.
Oh, it probably be his internet, God love him.
Yeah. There he's back.
We lost someone?
No, he's back. He's back in the room.
Yeah. I think it's raining where I am.
Yeah.
Oh.
Starting to click now.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, because I remember Daniel Mays when he was in Outcast. Show on Carpathia.
He's been in loads of stuff now, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's when he first started.
Yeah, he's in so many things. I was in so many things with him.
Yeah.
It's like I'd be on a job, then I'd be off on another job, and he'd be in it, and I'd be like, "You again?
Oh, you're right. What are you doing here?" Yeah. Friend of mine once had a food off with Rick Mail. I want a cherry on top. No, I want a cherry on top as well. God rest his soul. Yeah, it could be a bit funny like that working in it, film and TV.
No. Please save me from the monsters. That kid just does me head in. But he's
Yeah.
great.
It's a good actor though.
He is a good actor, that's what I'm saying, but that part just does my head
Well, and also think about some of the other child actors we've had.
in. I know.
Let's not.
One of the better ones, yeah.
Exactly.
Especially that fear her. Oh God.
Oh no! I'll raise you the Capaldi's era. That little girl.
Oh, the forest thing.
No, the one who wanted to be the president or whatever.
Oh
nurse
God.
wanted to be,
Kill the
you know?
Moon one, yeah.
Yeah, that girl.
Her and Chloe Webber had to be the worst.
Yeah.
Chloe Webber, the girl that played Chloe Webber was a good little child actress. The problem is the bleeding role they gave her was bleeding irritating.
Awful. She's got an irritating role going.
Well, she just had to basically stare out of windows half the time and look at the
and pretend to draw stuff there.
And like
and the Olympics just look wrong.
Well, they were always going to do that. It's just a shame because it's like then we had it, didn't we? And then we can compare it and go, well, that was one of the few times Doctor Who actually didn't predict it right.
Yeah, they're going to say, "Oh, it's a Doctor Who universe Olympics." Doctor Who isn't in the same universe.
I can remember at the time feeling a bit bad for Matt because obviously because of that episode, everybody was saying, "No, it should be David holding the torch," when it was Matt's like era when he was the Doctor.
Yeah. Yeah, they did fill that in, didn't they? Moffat did fill that in with that little tiny special.
I don't know. I thought he did so many little minisodes, Moffat. I forgot.
Yeah, they did a minisode with the children wrote. More common than you think.
The episode has just crashed for me.
How can you not watch it at all?
No, I can't watch it at all. It's just crashed. It's just going round and round and round, and that's it.
Yeah.
Don't know if I was just be cutting in and out. It must be the weather.
See what I think the writers of Modern Who, probably the biggest phrase they're so happy exists is perception filter.
Yeah.
Like, how many times has that been used?
Transmat and perception filter, yeah.
Yeah, it's like they're the most it's probably that next to the Sonic is like the biggest to get out of jail card.
Yeah. Well, we know what the jail card is now. It's alternate universe.
If it happens, we'll see.
Oh, sorry, phone's going on.
Yeah, I think if you're going to say it's a perception filter, then you should explain how it works.
Whittaker is a perfection filter.
On why it's working.
Well, I suppose though the argument against that is they've already done that with the whole era. So
it should be different each time. Like rather than a sort of uniform thing that just happens. And not everyone's watched every single episode to know either.
Series 11, 12, and 13 are a perception filter for a good series of Doctor Who.
No, we wish we had perception filters to watch those series.
Yeah, the last time they used that was dubious to say the least.
Damn it.
Yeah.
No, see, like that's why I think if it's already been established, you have to go back and explain it again. I mean, obviously, for like the TARDIS being big on the inside because it's a new companion, they have to do the sort of couple of lines of dialogue to explain it, but that's sort of accepted.
Yeah.
And it would be weird if a companion who wasn't like he was Earth-based didn't go into the TARDIS and freak out, you know?
Yeah. I remember seeing Disaster Area's custom figures of these. They were awesome.
Oh yeah, he did, didn't he? They were very good.
Yeah. And then he actually released 2 of them, and then he made about 5 or 6 new ones. I had them made.
Yeah, it's a shame because I think this episode is sort of forgotten a bit about, and these are really good designs for creatures.
And they're creepy.
It's so creepy. This, I love it.
I love what they do all the lights and everything though. It's just,
But the father figures it out here.
yeah.
Yeah.
They use all the kind of like what I call theme park trick lights and stuff. Makes it look even
Yeah,
more
it's a bit like a ghost what they're called, like ghost
Yeah.
train, isn't it?
Yeah, all the ghost trains at like Alton Towers, Fort Park, always use these kind of lighting.
Yeah, and think about what they're basically explaining without saying it here. OCD, aren't they?
Yeah, pretty much.
Which is a nice way to sort of put it in a story without being so signposty about it.
Yeah.
Oh, there they are. Oh, scary little bastards. Screwdriver shouldn't work on them because they're wood.
I can't invent a setting for wood. It's embarrassing.
In fairness, man, the next Doctor, right? Whoever they are, put a fucking bleeding wood setting
He
on
was
the
supposed to
screwdriver.
do that. I mean, there was. Remember the whatchamacallit, the future. They did a sonic screwdriver toy. The first one you could take apart and rebuild. That one has a wood setting. Transtemporal sonic screwdriver. That never got put in the show. Has a wood setting.
Yeah, but as I've sort of said, like if whatever happens with the next era, if they find a way that the sonic screwdriver isn't the way to fix a plot, I'll be so happy.
Yeah, they stopped using it. I mean,
Yeah,
come on. It's like I was watching Tom the other day, and he just used it once in like every kind of like 5 or 6 serials.
No, it's like I said, if I was showrunner, that'd be one of the story beats I'd do. I'd have the Doctor basically either have one to begin with and then it breaks, or they lose it, and then they have to get it back up like at the end of the series. So you have a good chunk of the series without them having it.
Yeah, but
as
Peter
like
Davidson,
yeah. So they have to actually think on their feet a bit more.
I loved it when Tom Baker was on Gallifrey. He goes, not even a sonic screwdriver can get me out of this one.
Well, yeah, that's been a bit cheeky, then, isn't it? That's them having
directly at the
audience.
camera and said it. Yeah, directly at the camera and said it.
So I understand you need one for toy reasons, but can you just write the Doctor not being so reliant on it, please?
Yeah, it's like every time you use a sonic screwdriver, you take a sip.
Oh, you'd be dead.
Yeah, you'd be dead.
And that's like even Matt and like Peter had issues with their Doctors with overuse of the Sonic. That's not a new thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I know, it just got overused. It's like, you remember how many times you saw the interior of the TARDIS or the sonic screwdriver in the original series? It was very rarely. Now it's like every episode. Didn't Cheryl say that's actually a condition? It's a real condition.
I love the music.
Yeah, it's good in this episode. Very good music.
Wherever you are, You're my son. You should have just said, you're my son, instead of saying, whatever you are, even if you have 3 heads, you're still my son.
He's got 3 heads and a tail.
Twat. Doesn't matter whether he's an alien or a fucking centipede. Go, Super Dad. He's a bit of a shitty dad, if you ask me.
Yeah, you might want to have a word with Mark Gatiss about that one. He wrote the script.
Yeah, this is probably one of the better Gator scripts,
Yeah.
to be fair.
It is. It is.
I
She
really
fought
hate
the
robots.
bar. There she is. There's the little battle axe. Yeah,
Looks like she's been drinking.
Yeah, you're grand. Now go on up and have a shower, you dirty, smelly.
She probably thinks God love her, she took too many tablets last night.
Look at these two. Their faces are just.
It was like. Oh.
She does love his master. He's giving him kisses.
Aww. Aww. Now, stop being a prick to your neighbours. Look at the way. Matt Smith's doctor is deadly.
Now that's socially awkward.
Yeah.
And he doesn't care.
Yeah, Stephanie's going.
She is Stephanie then, love. No, the best way I'd describe Matt is it's not social awkwardness. It's he's working on almost a different level to all the humans around him. So he still cares, and you can see deep down he cares, but because he's working on that other level, it comes across as almost he doesn't know what he's saying half the time.
Yeah. That's what makes him seem alien. That's why Matt pulled it off.
It's like the best sort of comparison. It's almost like when you've got somebody who's not a native English speaker.
Yeah.
Trying to have a full conversation with somebody who is a native, that they can speak the language, but little social cues, obviously, and like if somebody uses slang to them, they won't understand that because it's not their native language. So that's almost what the Doctor's like.
Yeah, exactly.
But instead of it's a language, it's more like actions.
Yeah. That's also why people with high-level autism also like the Doctor, because you kind of something to relate to.
Oh God, yeah. There's loads of parallels. I can't say that word.
Yeah, parallels.
Yeah.
I can understand with the Doctor. I can empathise with the Doctor because it's a kind of character that.
Sorry.
I've got Asperger's syndrome, and I kind of relate to the Doctor in that way. So.
This is heartbreaking. This episode, the end of this episode.
Oh God, yeah.
What he says.
Yeah.
Like if it doesn't hit you,
the dogs are really creepy.
This is a great episode. The next few episodes are actually very good.
Like I said, I think honestly, if Moffat had just picked a different arc this season, it probably would have been a really good season.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into it anyway. Unfortunately,
that's kind of Moffat, though, isn't it? I mean, I remember how many toys we had. They kept releasing these weird toys, and it's like they were supposed to be stuff for the show. They weren't because they went off a completely different arc in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Go on. Oh, sorry.
No. It's good.
It's to be rabbiting on all night about Doctor Who merchandise.
We got 15 people watching, though. If you could do me a favor and hit that share button and all of that, please. That would be absolutely fantastic. But we'll go through the panel now. But I'll start with Charlotte first because I know our battery is low. So we'll start with you, Queenie. If you want to give your rating and let us know what you thought of the episode.
Yeah, no, I think this is one of these episodes that you almost forget until you go through the season again and watch it like we are. and it's a really nice condensed little story. It's Gatiss, I think, showing that when he's got a bit more constraint about him, he can write really good stories. And I think we all know Gatiss is good when he leans into horror and scary stuff. So this is perfect for him, really. And I love Matt's Doctor with kids. I like the fact that it's sort of a good story about a dad who has to accept his child and sort of almost like fight for his child, which is brilliant. And it's sort of, I think even at that point in time, it wasn't so much the trope to do the bad dad like it is now, but it still wasn't as, you didn't see as many dads being like the center point when it came to stories to do with their kids. So it was a nice thing to see that actually in Who, that it wasn't the mum stereotypically sort of having to learn the lesson, it was the dad, which really, like I said, makes it almost stand out a bit as a story. The dolls are really spooky. I hate old-fashioned like ventriloquist dolls, so these things really did spook me out. So I'll give this a 9.
No problem, Charlotte. Lee.
Yeah, it's I think Gatiss gets a lot of stick actually, which I don't think is always warranted, to be honest.
I agree.
I like the red spot. I like the gothic horror element he brings. You can tell he's quite influenced by the Hinchcliffe era. And I think he's underrated. I think this episode particularly was very, very good in terms of tone, in terms of horror and creepiness, and it's got some really chilling moments in there, and I can imagine kids watching that at the time and sort of going, I'm not sure about all this, and as Hinchcliffe said, scare the little buggers. And I appreciate that. I think that's
that's what Doctor Who's supposed to do. With you right behind the sofa when you were a kid, when you were watching Doctor Who, just like I did. That's what the show is supposed to do, Lee. So this is what's missing from the current era. It's not scary enough. It's not intense enough.
Yeah.
There's no scare factor. But go ahead anyway. Sorry.
Yeah, there's basically no stakes in the current one, but this is a pretty good standalone story. I do think the resolution towards the end is a bit rushed, but that's the limitations of trying to fit everything into one episode.
Can I ask you a question then? Would this work better for you as a 2-part story?
Well, I mean, if that's the resolution, I don't think stretching over 2 stories would have made sense, if you know what I mean. I think
Ex Machina ending,
it love fixes everything kind of thing, which annoys me. It's kind of an eye roll, but it's a quite a touching way to do it, and it was done well. I just think it's a kind of typical exposition dump at the end, and then that's it, I've worked it all out now, and boom, it's done. That is, you go to all those pains to set these things up, and then you sort of just go, talk it through. Oh, that's the solution, boom, and it kind of, you've spent all this time crafting this sort of little story, and you're like following it along, and it's that's intriguing, that's interesting, what's going on there, and then it's kind of just like mumbo jumbo, fixed it, which isn't just get it. I mean, it's a sort of trope within current era of Doctor Who. I'm talking about Moffat's era as well. But apart from that, it does stand out as a very sort of Hinchcliffian style of horror in Doctor Who, which we want to see more of, which I like. So I'm going to be generous. I'm going to give it a 8.
Fantastic. Real super, Doctor.
Well, this is an interesting episode. It's a scary episode as well, and it challenges the fears of the unknown and all that, and you just want to brush them aside or put them in a cupboard or something like that, and that's basically what this episode is like, and it's very much of Stephen Moffat's era of the Weeping Angels, and things like the Autons, you know, how the Autons are, they become animated by coming alive because of the Nestine consciousness, the plastic. I think it's a good way that like you could have dolls becoming animated and becoming really terrifying and all that, and it's
It's a
scares
good
like
Autumn
that.
story. Yeah.
Like from the Barry Letts era and all that, and the kind of what if these monsters can actually turn on you and all that, and animate objects and that, and you know, it plays on the imagination, and I think this one does it very well. So I would give it a 9 out of 10 for this one.
Fantastic, PD.
Yeah, it's like a bit Doctor Who does the X-Files in places, but so it's one of those kind of scary haunted house episodes that Doctor Who does every once in a while. It does well, sometimes it doesn't do well. I think this is definitely one of Mark Gatiss' better episodes. I think it's one of the stronger ones he's done, and I quite like it. I still think it's a bit, as Probby said, a bit Ex Machina at the end. So I'm going to give it 8 out of 10.
Fantastic, and I'm going to give it 9 out of 10. I was going to give it 10 out of 10, but Leah actually has made a very valid point about the resolution. It did seem a bit rushed, but this has everything in a horror element for me. Scary. I remember watching at the time. Now, obviously, I'm a bit older now. It's not as scary as I remember, but it still has that. If you're a kid watching that scared the shit out of you. You'd be hiding behind the sofa and stuff. But I love it. I think the kid is great in it. His acting is absolutely deadly. I love the father. I've seen him in a lot of stuff. Your man that plays the father, he's a great actor as well. And the doctor doing a house call is always fun, especially Matt's doctor, because he's done a few in his era. But this one was great. I do like this story. Actually, I have to say I like the next 3 stories in this. The second half of season 6 is much better. Right? If we cut out Let's Kill Hitler, right, and run from after that, the next few episodes are actually pretty solid.
Yeah,
I mean, Smith in this episode is, the humor is very reminiscent of sort of a mixture, sort of a somewhere between Tom Baker and Peter Davison's Doctor.
Yeah.
You've got that kind of mercurial wit and sort of flippancy to it, which I like.
Yeah. Well, let's do some of the scores in the chat. So, Dave
on the doors.
What?
The scores on the doors.
Miss Doors.
Dave gives it a 10 out of 10. Fantastic. What else? Who else? Lee Halford gives it an 8 out of 10. Dave Travels Through Time Channel 2 gives it a 9 out of 10. Let me see. Cardwitch gives it a 9 out of 10. Renee gives it a 9 out of 10. Chris gives it a 9 out of 10. So yeah, everybody is giving it an high score. If there's anybody else in the chat that hasn't given a score, please give us your scores, and I'll read them out before we finish, because we're about to finish now in a minute. I better go in and check on my wife and make sure that she's still alive.
Yes, on her birthday, that would be good.
That'll be a good husband, no?
Yes.
But tomorrow we got True Lies. So come and join us for that. It's a good fun movie. Tuesday we start off with our Rick and Morty watch-alongs. I will throw a trailer up later on to get everybody's juices flowing for it. Lee has said he's gonna watch, so it'll be interesting.
I've watched the first season.
The classic panels.
I've watched the first season already, so
right. Well, right. Without going into detail, just yes or no. Did you like it?
I did like it. Yes.
Right.
Joe's on you.
I didn't laugh out loud as much.
I just asked you yes or no. That's it.
Yeah. All right.
Say nothing until Monday. Say not on Tuesday.
It's not Invader Zim. I'll say that.
No.
Right. Say that again.
It's not Invader Zim.
You're going to get to it at the moment, though.
Right.
Yeah.
But we will trust me, we will hear a lot from you during these watch-alongs, because it'll be interesting to hear from your point of view, like it is when we listen to Charlotte when we do the classic watch-along. So it'll be interesting because you're only watching it fresh. So yeah, I'm glad you liked it. We'll see what you liked and disliked about it when we talk about the episodes as we go along each week. We're doing 2 episodes each watch along because we got 5 seasons to do, and we will be doing them all. So come and join us. I will say season 4 is a bit shit, but there are still some good
Yeah,
episodes.
it's ropey as hell.
Season 5 it goes back to the way it was, but that's because they got rid of a couple of woke feminist writers that they made a mistake of bringing on
Is
board.
that the one where the guy went off to lower decks afterwards and got kicked off?
Yeah, got kicked
Yeah.
off as well. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, got kicked out.
Right, Lee says, I'd happily have cases for showrunner. No,
I wouldn't.
No.
No, he
He's
needs to
good
give
at
it a sharper
individual
darker.
episodes like Moffat, but when it comes to showrunning, I think he'd make more mistakes. I
He
think
didn't want it anyway. He didn't want
Yeah.
it. He thought it poison chalice.
Yeah.
Being honest with you, I wouldn't want him. He's good at writing singular episodes like Moffat, but as
Yeah.
showrunner, they never really. Let's be honest, Moffat as a showrunner was it was inconsistent, and he would
Yeah.
be inconsistent. And right now, unfortunately, because of the state of the show, we don't need inconsistency. We need
Yeah.
consistency for the next showrunner. They need to hit the ground running. Casting has to be right and all of that, but we won't get into that. But look, yeah, everybody has their personal choice. You know, at one stage, I probably would have took him, but if I'm looking at her with a cold, hard eye and what we've gotten, no, he wouldn't be good enough. He wouldn't be good enough. Sure, he'd probably get it into his head like Moffat. What other old doctors can we bring back?
Yeah.
All of this rubbish. No, I'm
Can we
sick of that.
regurgitate? Yeah.
I'm actually sick of that as well. You know, if you can't come up with original idea, then they don't. You know what I mean? That's the way I am with it.
Yeah.
But look, yeah, as I said, everybody has different opinions on the showrunner, and I'm pretty sure as the months go by, we're gonna have plenty of talk about that. But what we'll do is we'll get everybody to do their channel shout out. So again, we'll start with Charlotte because, as I said, our battery is going to go soon. So Charlotte, what are you and Daniel got in store for everybody?
Yep, so on the 14th, I think, it's Line of Duty. We're finishing off season 2, and I'll give a shout out to Dan because I'm now become, like I said, semi-regular on his streams on Thursday nights.
Fantastic. And that's Dan from the Space Book.
Yeah, sorry, Dan from the Space Book.
Yeah, I had a little chat with Dan today. He said he had a word with you know who, and he said it was like talking to a. So I won't even get into it, but man, he said twat. But fair play to you, Dan, sticking up for your friends and stuff. But go and support Dan. Dan's streams are very good. I have to say, he's probably the most professional out of all of us when it comes to. He is.
He's brilliant. He's natural.
I'm raw, right? And I've always been raw, but I'll never change. I do try.
We like your rawness, so that's what we're here because you're honest with it.
I did try to be professional when I do have big guests on. I try to be as professional as I can.
Yeah.
You let them talk. Yeah.
With all of these panelists here, like they're friends, so we can be a bit more relaxed and stuff like that. What do you mean? You never let anybody talk.
Oh, I noticed when Tom from Midnight's Edge came on, you whenever you stopped talking. It's like, wow, he's got magic over you.
Lee, the difference is we're part of the furniture now.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's what I mean.
The old chintz furniture he wants to
well, I do try to tell you not to talk, man. It doesn't work anymore, so I give up. I give up now at this stage, I know when I bring you on.
Noel's crying inside every time.
Self-awareness, Noel.
I have to give you credit where credit is due. The last couple of streams, you've been very good. You've been very good.
Killing me.
But you're like me. You're very opinionated and you like to get your opinion across. But the next time you tell me to shut up or cut across, you'll be banned for a week. I'd never do that to you.
What a holiday.
We don't want the professional. We want the uncut version. Well, don't worry, you'll always get the uncut version.
Yeah.
I just try when I do bring on the bigger ones though, because some of them are a bit of a stickler for professionalism. So I have to kind of put me professional, but I can do it when I want to. I thought that stream went well. The questions and all
very well.
asking were actually decent. Like, so I actually even surprised myself. I felt great after that stream. I have to be honest. I came off buzzing.
Tom's a great guest. He's a very smart chap, very entertaining, very intelligent, very articulate, and he knows what he's talking about.
Exactly, and you know, Cheryl even was
not bad either.
Cheryl was buzzing for me. There was other people buzzing for me saying, that was brilliant, Noel. Yeah, if you haven't watched it, go and check it out anyway. It was a great stream. I'll repost it because it was a great stream. It deserves more views than what it's gotten, to be quite honest. But there you go. Get more Charlotte along with co-host Daniel in 9 days. So click that reminder. Oh yeah, for their line of duty. Yeah, go and do that, folks. So who else? Yeah, okay. So we did Charlotte. Lee.
Yeah, you can catch me on Twitter at Being Problem. My other alternative channel is Aldred Audiovisual, AUDRED.
Fantastic. And go and check out some of his, no, not some, all of his great work.
Yeah, I've got 4,500 views on my Michael Sheen titles, which is great. Not nearly as much on the others, so go and
and subscribe to him as well. All of these people that are viewing his little videos,
I've got 330.
So where are you? Start pressing that fucking subscribe button. Hit that bleeding bell. Yeah, we're going to lose her at some stage anyway.
Night, Charlotte.
Night, Charlotte. Have a good one.
Good night, Charlotte.
Good night.
Hopping in again. And we'll see you soon. Real Super Doctor.
I've got a channel under Real Super Doctor on YouTube, and I've got a Twitter account under Real Super Doctor.
Fantastic. And again, as I said, join me in Real Super Doctor tomorrow for our movie stream, True Lies. And we will be doing at some stage, we'll give it a few. I'm not going to put it on the regular Monday movie stream. This will be separate. So if there's a day in between, I will stick SOS Titanic in somewhere. But we will be doing SOS Titanic at some stage. So look out for that as well. We will arrange that very soon. PD!
As everyone knows, I wrench for Rabbi's channel and go subscribe to his channel. I mean, he's all that does the same, roughly the same thing as Noel, but we're a bit more spicier. And if you want to subscribe to his his Indiegogo campaign, you have about 5 or 6 hours. Well, probably actually have a week.
It's 5 or 6 hours. Don't be giving Rabbi any ideas, man.
Yeah, 1 week, 5 hours, 6 hours.
But yeah, go and check out the channel. Check out the channel. And what else? What else have we got? There was someone I wanted to mention. Now, well, I've seen you've put that link in a good few times now at this stage, so we don't have to mention that again. It's in the link.
Yeah, it's been plugged.
But there was someone I wanted to mention, and now it's completely going out of my head. Oh yeah, I do know. Where's my phone? So
you were just looking at it.
The guy that was racially abused by these J-bots, the guy Dominic that does the Doctor Who.
Oh, Dominic, yeah.
Stuff. Well, he's released. Hold on, I want to get the proper account because I've retweeted it. Because even though like some of our members have come after, have said about me, I put that aside because I don't hold. See, this is the thing. I don't really hold grudges unless people keep it up, that sort of way.
Yeah.
So on the 12th of the 9th, 2021, on Dynamic Works 2012, it is with much excitement that we announced that we have finally have the full-length Series 5 trailer coming Sunday, the 12th at 12 p.m. This has been a long time in the making, over 3 years, and we can't wait to show you Series 5 as a whole. stoked for reactions. So I've retweeted it. They're obviously I've watched these stuff. He'd actually make a good actual doctor. He looks a bit like Richard Ayoade in my opinion, and he plays it very well. Now this guy, along with the other two people, were targeted by these horrible accounts, and Lee sent them a whole file of stuff. So go and support them, will you, guys?
Yep.
Because you know, fan stuff like that is actually, you know, is much better than what we're bloody getting at the moment. But I would support these guys, so go and support them. You know, it's just sad that they listen
in the chat.
Listen, who's
I subscribed myself.
All right.
In the chat. It's in the chat.
It's in the chat, is it? There you go. Right, in the chat. Right, I'm being sent. My phone is going like 90. I'm being sent shitload of photos.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
I think Dan's friends with him, isn't he? Dominic? Dan's friends with Dominic.
Yeah, I think he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think when
Dan Hadley.
stuff was being said about me, he's been in a couple of threads, but I think he's been told out straight that it's all bull.
Yeah.
But I don't really care. Look, at the end of the day, this is Doctor Who stuff. It's fan stuff, and you know me, I'll promote anybody. It doesn't matter who it is.
Anyone who's nice to you, you'll promote them. Yeah.
You know, so I don't really care what they think of me. To be quite honest with you. Oh, has he tripled down again? Oh, he has. He's tripled down again.
Quadrupled down.
Oh, you just don't learn, do you, Mr. TARDIS? You just don't learn. But don't worry, I have my own video of you coming very, very soon. Because I don't let this shit go.
Use his real name. Use his real name. No, it's Mr. Beardy Woke Pants Piss Baby Reviews.
That's a good one.
That's Bowles Tracks. Instead to use it, we're using it.
And by the way, I just do want to mention to Mr. TARDIS, right? Just because Balstrek said it's diversity hiring, right, or checkbox hiring or whatever, doesn't make him a white supremacist. That's the reality of the situation.
Yeah.
Jodie Whittaker was picked because of her gender. Certain actors and actresses that were brought into this era were picked because of their skin color. If that offends you in some way, I don't think it's flying crap. Right, but don't be going around calling people white supremacists. But you will, your channel will be.
There's a difference between calling something out and actually being offensive.
It doesn't matter anyway. His
was calling it out.
His channel. I've encouraged everybody to report that video for harassment. You cannot go around and call people white supremacists on your channel without any evidence. Have you got evidence of KKK membership or something?
Yep.
Have you got evidence of them wearing white sheets? Photographs?
KKK,
What evidence have you got? Do you mean the clip that you put up with Demons of Punjab because he called someone a diversity hire? That's why you're calling them a white supremacist. You do know that wouldn't hold up in the court of law, you moron. Right? So don't be going around calling people
Canada or England. England.
You did take Baldstreck's comments out of context. You framed them in a way that suited your narrative, just like you did the same. And by the way, I didn't realize. Do you know how sad he was? Right underneath the same thread, he actually put his hit piece up again about me. Right again, you did the same thing with that video. You showed people the clips that you wanted to show. You didn't show me follow-up streams or any of the evidence where I have shown where I have been right. Right? You're a hateful little man. And you really, really, really need to sort yourself out, mate, because you can't continue to go around. You've been going around slandering people for years, right? And it's not
going to the wrong person one day.
But it's not going to fly anymore. You're going to be called out every time you do. You're a pathetic little man. And by the way, we know that you're deleting comments on your video because loads of people are going in.
All right, we got copies.
Because I left a comment and it's not up. So you're deleting comments because you're a coward. You're a coward.
You block people because you're a coward.
Hold on, here's the thing. I wouldn't mind if you left those comments up, and if people wanted to respond to our comments on it, that's fine. But he won't even do that. You're a coward. You'll always be a coward. You'll always be a little man. You'll be a nobody for the rest of your life if you keep carrying on like this. Be a better person. Well, we told you already, once Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall left, we wanted this fandom to settle down. We hope that everything would not go back to normal, but people would start being a bit more understanding. But you keep fueling the flames, which are not my doctor posts about a hashtag, you moron, and then doing hit pieces on people because you need to keep fanning the flames, right? Because without them, you're a nobody, and you know that, right? So, leave it out, grow up. But I'm not
get some mental help.
I'm going to be doing my own video. I'm going to be showing people how much of a bleeding, how much you actually twist things and take things out of context to fit your narrative. And this will be one video where I'm actually going to sit down and take me time to do, because I'm going to expose you for what you are, an idiot.
Well, you don't need to expose him for that. He's doing that pretty well himself.
Well, he's doing it. He's doing it all himself, but still, no. And I said it to Baldstreck out straight. He cannot let this go unpunished. He can't.
Yeah.
He can't. And I even said it, I'd be disappointed if he did. Because if he gets away with this, then he's going to go, and I'm telling you, this won't be the last video he'll do. He'll do another one on me, he'll do it on someone else.
Well, don't forget, he's been doing this for years now, and, because he nearly faced legal action from Sargon of Akkad, he made a grovelling apology, because it was clear he hadn't watched the fucking video. He was accusing Sargon of Akkad of saying pretty disgusting things about feminists being, graped. And it wasn't true. It wasn't true. And he had to make an apology because he knew he was going to be facing prosecution. So, and here he is doing the same things again, unchallenged. And it really is about time some action was taken against him to shut him up, because he's just getting away with libel and slander all the time.
Right? He even then, in the same little clip that I've clipped, said, well, what steroid girl agreeing with her for? Don't be like, if you have a problem with Baldstreck, that's fine. Right? But don't be dragging other people into it.
Yeah.
This is what you
tar
do.
all the same brush,
right? Steroid girl is not even on social media anymore because of a person you follow in cynical activists, whatever you fucking call his stupid name. Right? You're following him. Right? And he bullied that woman offline. So don't be going around talking about how toxic we are when you're literally following, and people that are following you are toxic, disgusting individuals. Right? Then I get attacked for exposing some girl in the fandom for putting up sick cum jokes. Right? And I'm the one that's the bully. Right? These are hypocrites as well. These are all the same people that are actually asking for John Barrowman to be cancelled for whipping his dick out. And there yous all are talking about the doctor coming on people's faces.
Disgusting.
Same hypocrites. Same hypocrites. These are hypocrites. These will always be hypocrites. This is why I've no time for this man. I've never had any time for this man. And I've always been the one that's called him out when nobody else would. I called him out. When I came in to this Doctor Who fandom and I started doing my videos, I was the one that called him out. The first time I seen the shit he was doing, I can read him like a book. I can see through everything that he does. Right? He's sad, pathetic. He'll never amount to anything, and he knows it. This is why he's going down this route now, attacking people. And this won't be the last video that he'll do on someone. He's already done one on me. Now he's done one on Baldstreck and Gary and Yellow Flash. Right? But look at the way he does the videos. He frames them and he puts them in a way to fit his narrative all the time. Even with my Doctor Who rumors, even the one where I showed the embargoed photographs, he tried to claim they were photoshopped.
Yeah. Even though the same thing appeared on Facebook.
He tried to say they were
15 minutes
photoshopped.
later.
The proof where I showed me video got taken down for spyfall, right? Where I gave away trade secrets and embargoed information, as you've all seen, I showed you them, right? He tried to say that I somehow faked them. Right? This is what he does, right? But here's the thing. I haven't lost any subscribers since he's done the hit piece, right? And then someone in the comments said, oh, I bet you know someone won't let anybody know about this video because they'll all find out that he's a fraud. No, they won't find out I'm a fraud. What they'll see an idiot trying to stack a deck of cards that doesn't actually stack up.
Yeah.
Because he's bending the narrative to fit his agenda.
He's a conspiracy theorist, isn't he?
He doesn't like me, plain and simple. He doesn't like me because I don't think like him. I'd never think like that idiot.
He's like watching an episode of Alien Hunters.
Yeah, and he calls other people conspiracy theorists. And it's
He's
like,
a nut. Yeah.
What a fucking joke. I mean, it's like, everyone to you who disagrees with you is an isterophobe, or is a white supremacist. Just fuck off, right?
Yeah.
You're a mad fucking obsessive twat.
Leave
Leave people alone.
What is the time frame of where he calls Ballstrack? You know the time frame.
6:57, I think it was.
Yeah,
6
I
minutes,
want you to
57.
all, in this chat now, go and report that for targeted harassment, right? Because that's exactly what it is. He has no evidence to back his claim up that Ballstrack is a white supremacist. He actually must be a bit of an idiot or a tick to think that he can actually get away with that and think that YouTube will let him get away with calling someone a white supremacist without actually providing any evidence to back him up. Again, as I said, if you put up a clip about Demons of the Punjab, the video that he did where he said that some of the characters were diversity hers, do you know you'd be laughed at in a court of law?
Yeah.
Right? If that's what you're using as your evidence, oh, he's a white supremacist, right?
Yeah.
It's
Because
not
I said
no judge in their right mind would convict
wouldn't.
you fucking idiot. So, as I said, it's time that you grew up, babe, right?
It's defamation at this point.
Listen, we all know that you got fucked up ideology. We all know that you got fucked up bleeding opinions, right? You're entitled to them. May not agree with you, but you have no right to go and attack other people because they don't think like you. Just because you're a sheep like the rest of them, right? I have my own independent. I'll think the way I want to think, right? I'll say what I want to say, right? And apparently I'm this bully of women and stuff. This is a false narrative. What women have I ever bullied? I called Crystal D out when she criticised Classic Who, said she watched that 1.5 speed. You want me to shut up about that? No, I won't. I'm a fan of the classic era. I'll fucking say what I want. Number 2, Jodie Whittaker accused of bullying her. I'll answer that. The very first interview she did, she talked about the male gays and all of this other stuff, right? And actually, start coming out with stupid comments, and then did the stylist video. You wanted me to shut up then when she was making fun of the long-term fans? No, I'm not going to shut up. I'm going to call her out. And if it was a male doctor that was doing the same thing, I'd call him fucking out. Right, so she got called out. As for Beth from the Time Ladies, I called her out because she went even into Big Finish and said, how many female writers do you have working for Big Finish and all this, right? Trying to push this feminist agenda. Yeah, of course I called her out. And I'll continue to call people out like her because we've seen what the feminist agenda has actually done to Doctor Who. It hasn't done it any favours. So yeah, I'll continue to do that. And then as for the rest, well, they're just disgusting. The one Chloe, the reason why I start retweeting her tweets or putting the screenshots up of her tweets is because she's gone around making sick cum jokes. This is a family show, right? And then there's people saying, oh, I thought she was very funny. No, she isn't. She's a sick, disgusting individual.
Immature.
And then people try to say, oh, Noel's afraid of sex. I'm not
Decent
disgusted or
communication,
afraid of sex, right? But it's a family fucking show, right? As you all keep saying.
And it's funny how they go on about you being sexist, and then they go on about how your wife must be this, that, and the other. It's like, oh, right, so you don't like that woman then. Right, okay.
Yeah.
So
they even call me wife demented, or she must be demented if she's married to you.
Yeah.
Right? She's not demented.
Bit rude.
She's not demented.
Yeah.
The thing about it is my wife knows me through and through. She knows me inside out. If she thought I was a misogynistic pig, she wouldn't be married to me. Trust me. because Cheryl is a feminist, right? My wife is a feminist, but she's the right kind of fucking feminist, right? She knows where to
fascist
draw the
kind, yeah.
line, okay? And she's the type of feminist that doesn't want to encroach on men's fucking rights, right? She wants equal for everybody. But you don't want equal, right? You want everything. You want, no, we want that. Now we want this, we want that.
They're never happy when they get it.
Right? You're never happy, right? So, yeah, I have actually called out some women in this fandom. And if people have a problem with that, I don't care. You talk about equal rights. I will treat any woman the same way I treat a bloke, right? If that's not equality, I don't know what fucking is. So don't expect to be treated any different to any male idiot out there that talks like you fucking gobshites, right? Simple as that. That's how I work. That's how I've always worked. And I'll never change. So here's my advice, right? Don't watch me streams because they obviously upset you. Fuck off. Jog on.
Trigger warning on the
Get a
stream.
bleeding
Yeah.
life. Yeah, because you know, as long as this keeps continuing, myself, Lee, and others out there will expose the nasty, vile behaviour of you fans, and whether you're male or female, I don't give a flying fuck. You'll be treated the same, right?
You're
And that's where I've always been. So no, I don't go and attack women, right? I don't go and attack men, right? What happens is they come after me because I expose them because they don't like being exposed, and then all their little friends come onto my account and start trying to. Well, they think they're trying to upset me, but they don't upset me anymore. What I do is I retweet their tweet and I mute the bastards, because that's the best way to do it. It drives them mad. I don't block them anymore because they want the block. They keep, hope NuWhoZone blocks me. Won't be blocking you from now on. You'll be getting muted. Best way to do it. Best way to do it, because I know it drives you mad. And you know what? Don't mind driving you mad, because you know what? You have been nothing but a stain, not only on the show, but in the fandom. You have destroyed the fandom. You are absolutely disgusting, vile bullies, and you will be stopped. You will be stopped, because there'll be YouTubers like me that will always call you out. And I'm not afraid. And look at there, I know there are YouTubers out there that won't get involved in any of this stuff because they don't want the drama. But someone has to do it. Someone has to do it. And I will continue to do it.
All we're doing is standing up to their bullying.
That's what my channel was famous for anyway. Not famous, but this is what my channel got known for. Because I wasn't afraid to call out people that deserve to be fucking called out. And if you think I'm going to stop after 5 fucking years, you've all got another thing coming to you. Yes, he's bullied me to the point where I've had a nearly a breakdown and stuff like that. Right? I'll admit that. But you aren't going to get rid of me. I'm still going to do what I'm going to do. And the more I see disgusting, vile messages, I'm going to keep exposing you. And I don't care if it upsets you. These are hypocrites. He's all want to cancel John Barrowman for whipping his dick out, right? Which he apologised for and all of this other stuff. Won't get into it again. But then the very same people that want them cancelled are going around saying sexual stuff about doctors and saying sexual stuff about other people. And then slagging people's wives. Then their wives
in front of minors, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the thing. And this is the most important. People say, well, why are you getting involved? Well, whether I agree with it or not, there are minors on Twitter. And they're watching all this. And then they're repeating this disgusting stuff or retweeting this disgusting stuff that these people are putting up. For example, I'll give you an example, give you a joke and a laugh. The girl that's been going around accusing me, what'd she do? She put up a photograph of Jodie Whittaker, big, huge tits, double D size tits. Right? So she's going around saying, I put her face on set. By the way, she's actually shot herself in the foot because now she's saying that she doesn't think that these accounts belong to me. So then she went and filed a police report.
Said she filed a police report.
Basically with no evidence. She's lying anyway. She never went to the police, and I'll call her up. And this is why, and people say, oh, but you're picking on her, right? All our support, you're picking on her.
She's defaming you. She's publicly defaming you.
So you want me to sit back and let her continue to say that I'm this dirty person? No, doesn't happen. Doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way. I'll defend myself every fucking time. Lee defends me. My friends defend me. Even women that follow me know. Because they're always coming in and support me. Even the new people that have recently followed me Twitter account, the John Barrowman fans, they've seen the evidence now, right? They've seen all these soccer accounts because not my fandom, I have to say, fair play, has been obviously going through all the old messages and all the old screenshots that they have in relation to this whole situation, and has been reposting them again. So the evidence is there. None of these soccer accounts are mine. Right, and then another thing. Then she's saying, "Well, they might be his soccer accounts, but someone that's associated with me." No, these same soccer accounts have attacked me, a moron. Right, and you are a moron, right? Because you're going around and you're accusing me of something that I have never ever done, never ever done, and I'd never do it. As I said, if I've had to say to you, right, I don't go around and use dirty tactics like that. I'll say it to your face. That's the difference with most of these. Mr. Tardis wouldn't have the guts to say any of this stuff that he has said about me and others to my face. But I have to tell him exactly how I feel to his face. That's the difference.
Yeah,
that's the difference. I don't give a shit. I'll tell him. Right? He'd probably run a mile anyway as soon as he see me. Right? Because
let's all start getting cons together.
Yeah, anyway, blocks. He's deleting comments. He's a coward. And that's all he'll ever be. I had to take a mental break for what has happened. Doesn't mean I'll stop standing up against bully and harassment. Melina, you shouldn't even have to put up with that. But this is the thing. He retweets you and says, "Oh, look, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen." Right? I seen it. I saw the whole thread. Right? I seen what he said. Right? But he knew what he was doing by retweeting that, because look at the comment section, and then look at the grief you got. He knows what he does. He thinks he's clever, but he's not, right? And this is why he doesn't like me, because he knows I can see through his game, right? What he does is he doesn't directly, unless he does the videos that he's done recently, right? But on Twitter, he doesn't directly attack anyone as such. He leaves it to his supporters because he knows these supporters are all vile pieces of shit. As I said, he's that fucking fella that bullied Starry-Eyed Girl is on his account. He follows him, right? They all follow that Chloe girl, right? They all follow the girl that's accused me of stuff, right? You notice who they're all following? They're following all these, and then when I call them out, it's freedom of speech. It's freedom of speech. Terry said he tried to say freedom of speech, so she can make cum jokes about a doctor. And that's freedom of speech. You're a fucking hypocrite. You're the same fucking person that's going around asking for John Barrowman to be cancelled for something that he did fucking years ago. So you pipe down as well. Because if you want me to start up with you again, I fucking will. And I'll be justified. Right? So shut your mouth. Same with Mr. Tardis. You need to shut your mouth as well. Right? Do your Doctor Who stuff and shut the fuck up about us. It's as simple as that. And don't worry, Melina, don't worry, right? This is what we do in this fandom, right? Our side, as they call it, or this little community. We have everybody's back, including yours. And I know you're only new to the community, but trust me, we will have your back every time. I take a break and all of this happens, but soon as
we have friends, they have allies,
right?
Let's remember that. Big difference.
You're a friend. I consider you a friend. Lee considers you a friend. We've had you on stream. You make us laugh because you just can't stop laughing yourself. Your laugh is infectious. But you're brilliant. Love your points of view. We all do. You're a friend. We will look after you. You have friends. You're not alone. And remember that. But he had no right to do what he did. Fair enough if he wanted to retweet your tweet. But the way he worded it, he knew what he was doing. Because he knew his followers are all fanatical. He knows what they're like. He pretends to ignore this. Remember, these are the very same people that supported Tom Vance.
Fanaticism, yeah.
Right? These are the very same people that supported Tom Vance. Right?
Yeah.
So you need to know what kind of people you're dealing with here. And I know exactly who we're dealing with here. And this is why that most of them have went after me. I mean, I don't know how many hit pieces on YouTube have been done on me. I haven't watched them. I've watched, I'm not going to lie, I've watched about 2 and I've laughed me head off, right? But there's even people that used to be part of this community that left a couple of years back that have done hit pieces. They think I don't know, but I do. They've done hit pieces on me as well, right? They're all pathetic, right? And you know what? The funny thing about those people in particular is that they all joined the channel and became supporters of the channel because I was doing this, exposing people and talking about how bad this era was. But all of a sudden now, I've apparently gone too far, and I need to be put in my place and all this. Nobody will ever put me in my place.
Why can't people just mind their own goddamn business?
That's
Don't
what
like
I mean.
it. Don't fucking
Take
listen.
their own
Just
fucking
piss off.
advice. People out there say, "Oh well, people could do what they want on their YouTube." Yeah, you're right. So mind your own fucking business. What I do on mine, right?
Yeah.
But the one thing I won't allow happen is for people to be slandered on someone's channel, because that's not right. That's
Yeah.
really trying to ruin someone's reputation.
Yeah. If you don't like my politics, don't read my comics.
Listen, I was bullied all my life at school.
I know.
I was bullied a lot through my life. I know a fucking bully when I see one. You are it, turgid. And like we are always told when you're facing bullies, stand up to them. You stand up to them, and you don't just walk away or ignore them because they don't learn. And if they don't learn, then they're just going to keep doing it to other people, and it's other people you have to think about as well. And it's ironic to me that these people always proclaim to care about people. They don't seem to care about groups of people, not individuals, funnily enough. And I'm sorry, I take people as individuals. And it's when group identity politics takes precedence over the individual, you've lost your mind, because groups don't exist, only individuals exist. So when you start talking about all white people, all black people, all trans people, all LGBT people, and it's like, no, it's not a monolith. Not everyone agrees with you. Not everyone agrees with your politics. Not everyone's on board with other unelected people claiming to speak for them, right? So I'm tired of hearing this same tiring bullshit excuse to go and target people for opinions you don't like because you claim it affects all those groups of people. No, it doesn't. There are plenty of people within those groups of people who disagree with you, Mr. Turgid, right? And I'm one of them, right? And you've called me a homophobe, you called Rabbi a fucking Nazi, a white supremacist. Advance came after a trans person for being a TERF. I mean, you people are unhinged, completely off
mental.
your rocker, right? And I'm sorry, you need to hold a mirror up to yourself and realize what a nasty, angry little shit you are. Now, you may have been damaged in your life somehow. I don't know what, but you need to address that, and you need to stop projecting onto other people your problems.
Exactly.
Deal with it. Shut the fuck up.
Well said. And listen, I will be. Look, this is not going away, and this will be addressed on this channel because, as I said, the sad and pathetic thing is that underneath the same stream where he did the hit piece on Ballstreck and Gary, he decided to re-upload or retweet his video that he did a hit piece on me about.
Of course, he's a fucking mental case, right? He's going to double down because he is so pig ignorant. He is so bigoted, right? He is so entrenched in his worldview. He's going to double down because that's what pig-headed people do. They dig their heels in because if they even remotely give ground and show that they are, wrong, which he is in this case, it's admitting defeat. So he wants to double down. He's a moral crusader, right? Or he thinks he is, right? Well, your morals are fucking skewed, right? I'm not going to give you a lecture on morals, but I will say you are a fucking hypocrite. You're a bully. That's all you are. A bully.
Yeah.
Narcissist moral.
So here's the thing. I will be getting in contact with people that he's defamed in the past because I think people need to hear what this man is capable of. Even if the issue is being resolved, I would like these people to come on and actually talk about what was said and the things that he's done. Because you know what, I'm not a believer of cancel culture. I'm not. You all know that. But I don't know how you can get away with making.
Well, if they want to change it to consequence culture, fine. Let's call it consequence culture.
So where's
Let's give him some
for him
consequence
accusing
then.
someone? So what? Have you apologized? I don't accept your apology, you hypocrite. You don't accept John Barrowman's. I don't accept your apology. No fan accepts your apology, right? So you're a bit of a hypocrite there, right? You put out an apology to your man, and you think that's okay. No, sorry, I don't accept it, and I'm gonna keep on it and I'm gonna keep putting that post up and showing people what you said. You're a vile individual. That's just the bottom line.
Just leave people the fuck alone.
Exactly.
Don't like what they're saying, go somewhere else.
Just do your
focus on
Doctor Who
you. Do
videos
your
that aren't
thing.
getting many views, and you'll be
Jeez,
grand,
difficult.
right? That's your problem. Your Doctor Who videos are not doing well, so you need to attack people.
Well, you got 20,000 subs, which hasn't grown since forever, and you're getting 1,000 or so views. So that's like a 10%, not even 10%, 5% of your subscribers. So I'm like, well, maybe try and be less of a shit. It's just a suggestion.
Yeah, well, we're going to leave it at that because we could go on all night, and I don't want to.
Yeah, I need to get some to drink.
We will be dedicating this stream to him because I'm not done with this fella. Because he's not going to go around and keep continuing to lie about me as well. As I said, he frames his videos and tries to frame a narrative that is false. I've done follow-up streams on stuff that I've put out there, as I always do, and you know that. And if I get any more information as well, I throw it out. And if there's stuff that doesn't normally work out, I try to explain the best I can. But did he show any of that? No. And even when he did show evidence, he tried to say that I faked it.
Yeah.
Well, and people are believing him.
Conspiracy nut, just like
they only believe him because they just, they can't think for themselves. They hate by osmosis, right? He hates you, so they're sycophants, and they're all part of this collective mentality. So they all think the same way because they, thinking for themselves involves too much effort. So they unthinkingly just whatever he says because he's like our leader, our Führer. So we must all gather around him and worship and kowtow to him and prostrate ourselves before him.
That happened and how it ended.
Yeah, and it's just exactly. It's a cult mentality, and it's exactly the same thing that happened with the Not My Doctor crowd. It was a cult. It was a cult personality. And then when the leader of that cult personality got taken down by their own, as it always happens, I reckon that's probably what will happen to Turgid. He'll probably be taken down by someone within his own group. Wouldn't be surprised. Be surprised. But that's how it is. And it's like, you guys don't even... Listen, you can't tell someone who's in a cult they're in a cult.
I know.
They're in a cult, right? They can't fucking see it.
Exactly.
So, let them eat themselves. It will happen.
That's it. Well, look, as I said, we will leave it at that. And Melina, I hope you're doing better. And I know Baldstreck is fine. And he's obviously throwing up some tweets there to counteract what Mr. Tarda said.
And he's not wrong. And it's not wrong to point. It's not white supremacy to point out the current political dogmas because you yourselves subscribe to it. This is happening. You guys talk about white fragility and white this and white that all the time.
Exactly.
And then you have the gall to gaslight us to say it doesn't exist. Are you fucking mad? Well, we know the answer.
No, that's that. I know you're going to get
the answer.
I'm going to stop you there before you do go on a bit of a rant because we don't need another one.
And salam to your Muslim uncles in the chat there.
Fantastic. Nice to see you. But Melina, chin up. Don't worry. Your friends are here. We'll always have your back. And actually, if you want to join us for a bit of Rick and Morty on the Tuesday, if you're available, you can come and join us for Rick and Morty on Tuesday, because I'm pretty sure you'll laugh when you watch it, and then we'll all probably start laughing and go into chaos. But yeah, if you want to join us for that, you're more than welcome. But look, I'm going to leave you with the Dr. Sheen titles. Yeah, Dr. Sheen. And then we'll do the play out with the New Who titles as well. But yeah, so Melina is on board for Rick and Morty. I will be throwing up a trailer later on. Just bear with me. I will throw it up. So that's fantastic. She's going to join us for that. So it'll be myself, Lee, Melina. Who else is joining us for? I think Retro Dicky as well said he was popping in for that one as well. So and I don't know who else is, but everybody is more than welcome. You all know
I'll
that.
check see it's on all 4 media.
So yeah, if you want to join as well, you're more than welcome. Remember, the more the merrier. The more the merrier. Right, good night, folks. I hope you had a great weekend, and we'll see you during the week. Stay safe and look after yourselves, and give your loved ones a hug. That's always important. You know, because
True Lies tomorrow night.
And we got True Lies tomorrow night with myself and Real Super Doctor, which I'm looking forward to. Actually,
I quite like this film. I quite like it because I think it's funny in a majority of ways, and it's just very interesting. And that you know that it's a very secret family.
It's a movie that you don't take too seriously, and we had a lot of those movies back in the day. Sure, I watched The Rock last night. I also watched Chaplin. I watched Chaplin last night as well, and I watched Stan and Ollie last night. Now, I've seen these movies before, but I watched them. And then, do you know what I did? I went and I looked for Laurel and Hardy movies last night, and I watched a few of them this morning before I went to sleep.
I see the old black and white ones. They're really good.
Yeah, I was black and white ones. Yeah, I couldn't watch. I found the colour one, and it just threw me off, because I remember the Laurel and Hardy movies all being in black and white, but now they're starting to colorize them, and I'm sorry, I leave them black and white. Leave them alone. Just leave them. It's like Charlie Chaplin movies, trying to colorize them. Don't colorize them. But yeah, I'll be watching The Dictator at some stage as well. I'll do a couple of Charlie Chaplin movies as well, actually, because I like Charlie Chaplin, and
the Slug Balancer.
Yeah, and I do like Laurel and Hardy as well. So yeah, a bit of fun. And I was laughing out loud this morning. I forgot how good Laurel and Hardy actually were. I know the comedy might be, some people mightn't get the comedy now, but back then it was great. It was great.
Yeah.
Right, I'm off. The panel is off as well. So say good night, panel.
Good night, panel.
Right, and we're off. I'm not even gonna try get Lee to say good night, everybody. He's just
good night, everybody.
Oh, he did. Yay. At last.
Panel.
Yay. That's time for celebration, folks.
In the panel.
Fuck's sake, it finally happened. Right, good night, folks. Have a good one. See you tomorrow.
Night.
And we will see you during the week for watch alongs. Right. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.